here, and during those hot summer days, your child's progress could be drifting away. And for some kids, this could be extreme, like losing up to 6 months of their academic progress. I got you though. It doesn't have to be this way. I've got 3 simple tips to prevent summer learning loss. Hi, I'm Natalie, the founder of Primary Focus, a YouTube channel and newsletter for parents of elementary school-aged children. I have a master's degree from Johns Hopkins and taught for 10 years, half of that in kindergarten. In that time, I've found that when it comes to advice for kids, parents are talking to parents and teachers are talking to teachers, but parents and teachers are not talking with each other. This can cause a lot of stress and confusion for parents who are just trying to help out their kids. I founded Primary Focus to talk about all things elementary school with loving parents like you so that your children can thrive. So subscribe to Primary Focus so we can chat about all things elementary school. Summer slide sucks, and it happens to all kids. Imagine the school year as a ladder. They spend all year building up skills and knowledge as they climb to the top. But once school is out, many children slide down this ladder a few notches. The average child will lose 2 to 3 months of learning, and some will lose even more. In some extreme cases where children are really not being stimulated academically, they can lose up to 6 months of learning. And I've seen it. When I taught first grade, over the years, I had a few kids that had great test scores coming out of kindergarten and their teacher was very confident about their growth. And they came to me in first grade, they didn't know a single sight word. And once that information is gone, it is gone. Those skills don't come back with review. Children have to start from square one to learn them again. This is because children's brains go through a process called pruning. Just like how you would prune a bush in your garden, the brain prunes or snips off information that is not being used anymore by the child. Children are learning so many things at once. It is essential that the brain prunes through information that's not being used so that they can continue to take on new information. That's right, when it comes to learning with kids, it is use it or lose it. The good news is you can take a few easy steps to help your child retain their knowledge. You don't need to mimic school or commit to hours and hours of schoolwork. What you need to do is commit just enough time every day so that their brain knows this information is still relevant and that they are using it. Commit time to reading, reviewing, and critical thinking this summer. Here's 3 ways you can prevent summer learning loss. Number 1. Commit time every day to read and review. 15 minutes of reading every day. That could be the 2 of you reading together or independent reading time. If your child is not quite reading things yet, that's okay too. When you read together, ask them questions and point out features of the book. One way you can incentivize this is look into summer reading programs through maybe the public library, your school might host one, and in the past, Barnes & Noble has even hosted them too. They essentially will give you a reading log to fill out over the summer and have some sort of prize that they can collect for reading. Review a little bit every day. 5 to 10 minutes is all you need, and you could do this with flashcards, or you could get a big summer workbook. I love these summer workbooks because they are designed to review information from the grade that they just finished, and then drizzle in a little bit of upcoming skills that will be important to know. I've linked my 2 favorite brands of workbooks below, but you can really find these anywhere. I've seen them at the dollar store, Walmart, Target, Barnes & Noble. They are easy to get, and really doing a page or 2 a day, that 5 to 10 minutes, will make a huge difference in showing their brains, hey, this is important information, and please don't forget about addition. The second way is to take educational trips. Now, you don't need to plan a whole vacation or spend a lot of money on this. But when you go to pick out an activity with your child, maybe from time to time, instead of doing something that's just purely entertainment, pick out a science museum, go to a presentation for kids at the local library, go to a historical home, just something that will get them thinking and will connect back to their school subjects. And when you're there, make sure you're having conversations with your children. Many of these places will have a brochure or information on their website to help you out with what kind of questions and discussion topics to pick. And the last way is to start a kids book club. This idea will take a little bit of organization for you, but it is so rewarding. I actually got this idea from a teacher friend who was hired to run a kids book club over the summer a few years ago. So what you do to start this book club is you find a group of kids. Maybe it's 2 of you, maybe it's 10 of you, but just a small group that all commit to reading the same book. Don't worry if your child isn't able to independently read the whole book, you just might have to read it together. As you read the book, every week or so, meet up to discuss a couple of the chapters. If you don't have time for that, or it's a shorter book, then you could meet up once everybody has finished. I've got a link below with some generic questions that could work for most books that you could pick out. If you search the title of the book and teacher guide or comprehension questions, you'll be able to find all sorts of guides online for any children's book that you can imagine. You may even find something historical or science-based that connects back to something in your town that you could visit. So as I close out, I want you to know teachers know about summer learning loss and they prepare for it. Very often in the first couple weeks in elementary school, they will spend time reviewing pertinent information that they will need to know to move on. So you don't need to worry about endless drills or committing hours and hours and hours every day to helping them. Just a small commitment and intentional choices when you pick activities can really make a difference in how much they retain over the summer months. Thanks for watching Primary Focus. To keep getting more tips on helping your children thrive in elementary school, make sure you subscribe to this channel and to my weekly newsletter. My name's Natalie. I'll see you next time.